Hey peoples, welcome back to another Titanfall 2 video. They asked for feedback, we provided it, and they listened. Pilots, changes incoming. Steven DeRose and the good folks over at Respawn Entertainment have dropped a new article detailing the changes based on the feedback we all provided after playing the tech test. I'm going to dive right in here. Over this past weekend, we've heard a lot of passionate feedback from Titanfall fans. Even though the tech test is a couple of months old, we've learned some valuable things based on your feedback. Some of these changes have already been addressed and will be updated for weekend 2 of the tech test, with other changes making it into the final game. Then they go on to talk about the pilot mobility. Many players are wondering why we changed the mobility from Titanfall 1. We identified two major issues we wanted to solve in Titanfall 2. The first is that a lack of player predictability would often cause players to be shot from the back or sides. While flanking is an important part of gameplay, death often felt random instead of skillful. The second issue is that close-range firefights were overly chaotic due to erratic player movement. So changes to pilot mobility stem from a desire to improve our gunplay and not a desire to slow down movement. I know I saw this next bit here on the forums and a couple of threads about the wall running speed and airspeed, and players just wanting that to be faster. So here's a good one. We'll be tuning airspeed and wall running speeds to be faster. While investigating this point, we discovered some unintended side effects that were causing players to lose momentum while wall running. Additionally, we're testing scaling back some of the dampening factors that were limiting bunny hopping, as we don't want these restrictions to impact normal traversal. Here's a big one here. I know a couple of my clanmates actually mentioned this while we were playing as well. Titan survivability. This is one of the more complex issues to address for several reasons. First, we've changed from Titans having energy shields to a new Titan battery system, which we believe improves rodeo gameplay and rewards teamwork. In Titanfall 1, rodeo was lethal to Titans, forcing pilots to disembark and engage in the 50-50 fight. In Titanfall 2, the rodeo pilot steals a battery and damages an enemy Titan. If they can give that battery to a friendly Titan, the Titan receives a shield and the pilot gets Titan meter points. As players become more familiar with the system, we expect Titans will live longer. This is an area we will continue to monitor leading up to launch. Another factor is that the balance of Titan gameplay in the tech test build is heavily affected by the limited amount of content we released in the build. For example, some Titans that aren't in the tech test have strong defensive abilities. Certain Titan kits provide defensive upgrades, and even pilots have a boost that can improve Titan defenses. Lastly, there has been a lot of tuning since the tech test build that will tone down the amount of damage many weapons deal to Titans. Here's another one for our Titans. We reduced the number of baseline dashes by 1 compared to Titanfall 1, but all Titans have access to a new kit that provides an additional dash. This is to balance new mobility or defensive options available to specific Titans. The tech test build, however, doesn't include our fastest Titans. By our confidence in our top end speed, we have heard your feedback that Ion and Scorch felt too slow. Titan dashes will recharge faster. Here's one for those of you concerned about map design. Some of our tech test players have asked if the relatively flat and open design of Homestead is indicative of our new direction for Titanfall, and the answer is no. When designing maps, we strive to make them unique experiences. For example, Homestead changes things up by creating islands of pilot gameplay where long-range weapons can be effective. This upcoming weekend, a new map, Forward Base Kodai, will be available to play. There is a wide variety of maps for the final game. We'll be showcasing more maps over the next couple of weeks on our website, including more traditional Titanfall maps. This last bit is about the HUD, or heads-up display. I actually noticed this while playing, and I was hoping that they would eventually make it more streamlined once the game fully launched. And it looks like they're actually on it already. We've read feedback about the HUD feeling too busy. At launch, Titanfall will have menu options that allow players to turn these features on or off based on their individual preferences. Additionally, there have been concerns about enemy outlines and making players too easy to see at a distance. We think it is an important feature for friend or foe identification with a substantial amount of visual customization that will be available at launch in Titanfall 2. We're going to bring in the fade distance for enemy outlines so they don't reveal pilots at extreme distances. Well, there we have it, people. It's nice to know the team over at Respawn are hard at work. I want to end this video by saying thank you to those of you who showed up to the test and left this great amount of feedback for Respawn. I'd also like to thank the Respawn team themselves for always listening to the players and making changes when it benefits the game as a whole. Thanks for tuning into the video. I'll leave the link for their full write-up in the description box below. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to stay up to date on Titanfall 2 news. Till next time, peoples, love what you love and get out of your own way. Stand by for Titanfall.